Torrential rain caused major flooding overnight in South Florida. A rare flash flood emergency alert warned of life-threatening conditions after torrential rain made roads impassable to navigate, trapping people in their cars. It's being called a 1-in-1,000-year flood event.
Some South Florida streets resembled rivers Wednesday.
I've never seen this much rain,
leaving cars either stuck, nearly submerged, or even abandoned.
I seen like 20 cars stall out, and guys, I told one guy, don't drive.
Inundated roads forced people to wade through knee-high waters, some even plunging in just to cross the street.
Now is not the time to be on the roadways.
Authorities are urging residents to seek higher ground and stay off the roads.
Look at these houses.
Rising water from the relentless rain swamped this hospital parking lot in Fort Lauderdale and flooded many garages like Andra Cicadi's.
I've lived here for the last 4 years, and as much rain as we get, this is the worst I've ever seen it.
Planes were grounded at Fort Lauderdale International Airport, where nearly 200 flights were canceled yesterday. Many passengers were stranded and packed into terminals overnight, sleeping wherever they could.
We're trying to get back home, and they're telling us that the airport is closed, and so at this point we don't know what to do.
It's crazy, Tim. I just flew out of Fort Lauderdale Airport on Tuesday. Wow. So seeing that kind of flooding is crazy. Let's talk about how it gets to that point in Florida with so much flooding.
Tanya, it's very complicated and very localized as well. It's part of a larger system, but that footage you all saw, it's all within a couple of mile area, and I'll explain why here. Take a look at the big system, which does have your swirling low pressure way over here, but also rain that's been in Florida for a couple of days. I want you to take a note at right where Fort Lauderdale is. This is a 12-hour radar loop. Notice how it rains and stays there the whole time long. Imagine one of the worst thunderstorms that we've had in our area, and imagine it sits over you for about 12 hours. How in the world can that happen? Well, there are different forces that are kind of both pushing on this storm. Equal winds from the west and equal winds from the east. If you and your friend are having a tug of war and you're both pulling the same force, the middle of the rope isn't going to move. So it's kind of like that. It's getting pushed the same way from both sides, and it just couldn't budge, and it just couldn't stop. The rain totals were crazy, over 20 inches in some spots, but just down the road in Miami, they barely had an inch of rain. This is a very small system. Unfortunately, they are getting more rain today. Another flash flood warning in effect right now.
You know, we're seeing some people doing some very crazy things right now, like you should never drive through any flood water, especially water this deep. I mean, really, just 6 inches of water can stall your car, cause you to lose control. A foot of water can cause a small car to float, and 2 feet just washes away vehicles altogether. Rescue crews say if you see water on the road and you are not sure how high it is, do not chance it, simply turn around. The flooded Fort Lauderdale Airport left thousands of travelers stranded in a closed airport. Now, this kind of thing is really every traveler's nightmare. And when it comes to what the airline owes travelers impacted by weather cancellations like this, well, you can get a full refund on your ticket, but that's really about it. Airlines are not legally required to pay for hotels and meals when flight is canceled, but many airlines have policies to do so under certain circumstances. Now, if you're planning a trip to Fort Lauderdale or the surrounding areas, it's best to just wait and see before you make any concrete travel arrangements. Even after the floodwaters subside, cleanup might take some time. WFMY News 2 at 6 is next.